Hello everyone, Spencer from Builderpreneur here, and this completely free training is to explain to you how to automate and monetize your Facebook group, okay? So it's very, very important when you're a Facebook group creator to try to capture email addresses from those in your Facebook group. And the reason for this is you want to own the traffic, okay? Well, there's two reasons. One is you want to own the traffic. You don't want Facebook to be in total charge, right? What if Facebook shuts you down or shuts your group down or changes their policies or charges money like they very, very often do for things like these? There's a million things Facebook could do that could suddenly kill your business if a Facebook group is a big part of your business. And so you want to be trying to capture email addresses so that you actually own that business. And if Facebook does something, you can still have all these contacts and things like that, okay? Very, very important. And then the second thing is you just like to attack from multiple sides. If you're trying to make money off your Facebook group, you don't want to be relying solely on the group because maybe a lot of people aren't very active in the group. Maybe Facebook's algorithm doesn't show it to a lot of people. You want to have an email address too so that you can kind of hit them from both sides. And those that are really active will get an email and see it in the Facebook group, which is much, much better. And those that aren't will at least get touched from one of the two sources, okay? So you want to have both going simultaneously. But to do that, you need an email address, and we're going to talk about this entire automation that captures their email address very, very easily from a Facebook group, okay? So first thing here is a Facebook group. We're going to be using a few things. One is called Group Funnels. There's a link down below. This is a software, fairly cheap, but it does cost money. It's a software that's used to basically make all this work, okay? It kind of takes all these interactions and makes it work. So that's right here, Group Funnels. The second thing we have is a Google Sheet, okay? We're going to need a Google Sheet that basically is where we're going to store all of these email addresses. And then we need a software that's free called Zapier. And what Zapier does is it actually connects softwares, okay? So basically, it's going to connect this Google Sheet with our email autoresponder so that we can email them. An email autoresponder, if you're not familiar with that, you should spend a little time getting familiar with that. But it's basically a way that we can automate our emails, okay? So I recommend ActiveCampaign. There's a link down below to that, and it's awesome and incredible. But other ones, you might use MailChimp or Aweber or ConvertKit or GetResponse or any of these other ones as well. And Zapier can work with any of those, okay? So I'm going to show you the process real quick, and then maybe we'll kind of dive into some details. The process here is someone right here requests to be in my Facebook group, right? And I can either approve all or I can approve one at a time here. We're going to approve one at a time just for the sake of this, okay? I'm going to click approve, and well, let me clear this real quick so that it's a clear sheet. Okay, I'm going to click approve, and what's going to happen is the Group Funnels, which is a plugin in Chrome, is going to take that email address. Oh, I'm going to have to take one more step back. The first thing you've got to do is you've got to capture the email address by asking questions, okay? So as a group owner, you might see that you can edit group settings, and in those settings, you can ask questions. A lot of people don't use this, but this is how we're going to do it. So you can ask up to 3 questions, and I recommend taking all 3. You can totally just do one, but the question that's important here is you're going to offer them something for free. You're going to say, do you want a free, and you're going to give them something that's related to what you're doing, okay? Something that they'd be interested in that doesn't cost money, obviously. Do you want a free course? Do you want a free case study? Do you want a free millions of things you could do with this, but you're going to offer them something for free, a lead magnet. Just say, if so, put your email down below, and we'll send you your free thing. So then they're going to answer that question with their email, okay? Now what happens when they answer their question with that email is it's going to show up right here. You can see the answers to their questions right here, okay? Ding, ding, ding. So now this person didn't put in an email. You can see there he said maybe later after we gain some trust, which is great, so I don't have to sit there and edit out this email address. Awesome. Okay, so what happens is when you click approve, Group Funnels is actually going to capture that information. It's going to get their name and their email, and it's going to put it, so you can see first it's going to put it into here. Now I can see it in Group Funnels, and we'll have to edit out these email addresses right here. And then what you're able to do is you're able to say push to Google Sheet. And we've already connected it to my Google Sheet, so it now pushes all those email addresses to a Google Sheet that I've already created, okay? And I can now clear the data because it's already been done. So now all of these emails are in my Google Sheet. And once again, we'll have to edit out these email addresses. But you can see tons of emails in my Google Sheet. So then what happens is we use a software called Zapier. And if you're getting overwhelmed right here, this seriously is a 20-minute setup, and it will save you hours. Don't get overwhelmed. It's just a step-by-step process. Group Funnels has support. Anything you need to help you, I can help you. My Facebook group can help you. Plenty of help available. Anyway, so what Zapier does is it connects Google Sheets with your email autoresponder, okay? So it's like a little in-between software. So what Zapier does is it says, hey, every time I see a new email address or a new row get added to this autoresponder right here, I'm gonna take that email address and that name and all the information, and I'm gonna plug it into this autoresponder, which for me is ActiveCampaign. Okay, I'm just gonna put it in a list inside of ActiveCampaign, okay? And then if you're familiar with autoresponders, ActiveCampaign, I can set it up so when anyone is added to a list, they start getting these emails, okay? So that's what happens. They get into my ActiveCampaign and they start getting all of these emails, email, and I'm selling things. It's an I'm doing different things to them based on how they're reacting to my emails. You know, really cool stuff, email automation. But so that's a pretty simple process, right? So they come into my Facebook group, I click approve. They go here, I push them over, and this can be done en masse, right? So I can do it usually every Monday. I'll approve about 100 or 200 people, and then there'll be 100 or 200 people here, and I'll push to the Google Sheet, and then I'll clear the data. They'll go here, but I won't have to do anything. Zapier has automatically been set up, very, very easy to do if you've never used Zapier, to basically, I'm just gonna let it show you kind of how easy Zapier is. You just connect Zapier to your Google account and Zapier to your autoresponder account, and it will take care of the rest. It does it all automatically. So it's basically as a trigger. So it'll say, hey, where do you want to trigger? And I'll say, oh, well, I want you to use the app of Google Sheets. I want you to trigger based on whenever I add a new row to this specific sheet. And then it'll do a quick sample to make sure it works. And then it says, what do you want me to do? Well, I want you to add to my autoresponder list, which is ActiveCampaign, okay? And that's all been set up in ActiveCampaign. I've created a list for them to go to. Okay, and that's all that's happening, okay? So all I have to do is once every Monday, I click, I'll remove the people who joined Facebook recently, and then I'll click approve all. I'll go here, I'll push to the Google Sheet and click clear data, and then I'm done. It took me about 30 seconds, okay? And then all the rest of this gets taken care of by Zapier, and then my email autoresponder will email them what they got for free, and then it will start to email them other, valuable information and relationship building material and things like that. So this is cool automation stuff, okay? This is time saving, this is list building, this is all kinds of cool stuff, and it's a one-time setup. And honestly, if your group is growing at all, if you have plans at all, and if time is an issue for you, you need to have these things running. Very, very cheap to do. Total, you're probably looking at like 15, 20 bucks a month. I can't remember all the pricing, could be up to 30. But anyway, this way you can automate your entire Facebook group growth, simultaneously growing your email list. So I've gained like 2,500 email addresses using this in the past 4 months, okay? And it's cost me a total of maybe 150 bucks for all the softwares, okay? Which means I'm paying like 5 cents a lead, okay? I'm letting Facebook bring people into my group. I'm capturing their email for free. The software's taking care of it all. It's taking me a total of like maybe 20 minutes, and I'm capturing all these email addresses. So very, very powerful automation. One of my favorite automations, actually, and as you know, my Facebook group is Automation Nation. I love automation. So there's links down below to things I've talked about, ActiveCampaign specifically, and group funnels. They have good support. My Facebook group can help you out as well, and just cool stuff. So thanks for watching.